This visible world is a trace of that invisible one, and the former follows the latter like a shadow. Whoever determines the truth from people alone will remain lost in the plains of bewilderment. Rather, know the truth, and you will know its people. If you're busy with yourself now, you will be busy with yourself then. If you are busy with Allah now, you will be with Him then. People count with self-satisfaction the number of times they have recited the name of God on their prayer beads, but they keep no beads for reckoning the number of idle words they speak. Knowledge exists potentially in the human soul like the seed in the soil. By learning, the potential becomes actual. If those who do not possess knowledge avoid the scholarly discussions, disagreement will end. Man's nature is made up of 4 elements, which produce in him 4 attributes, namely, the beastly, the brutal, the satanic, and the divine. In man there is something of the pig, the dog, the devil, and the saint. If the first inward thought is not warded off, it will generate a desire, then the desire will generate a wish, and the wish will generate an intention, and the intention will generate the action, and the action will result in ruin and dire wrath. So evil must be cut off at its root, which is when it is simply a thought that crosses the mind, from which all the other things follow on. In God, there is no sorrow, or suffering, or affliction. If you want to be free of all affliction and suffering, hold fast to God, and turn wholly to Him, and to no one else. Indeed, all your suffering comes from this, that you do not turn toward God and no one else. Whoever passes 40 without his virtue overpowering his vice, let him get ready for hellfire. This advice contains enough for people of knowledge. Remember, it is the heart, and not the body, which strives to draw near to God. By heart, I do not mean the flesh perceived by the senses, but that secret thing which is sometimes expressed by spirit, and sometimes by soul. Work for your terrestrial life in proportion to your location in it, and work for your afterlife in proportion to your eternity in it. Know, O beloved, that man was not created in jest or at random, but marvelously made, and for some great end. Although he is not form everlasting, yet he lives forever. And though his body is mean and earthly, yet his spirit is lofty and divine. The mere physical man is like the ant crawling on the paper, who observes black lettering and attributes its production to the pen and nothing more. Do not fix hopes on your health, and do not laugh away life. Remember how they walked, and now all their joints lie separately, and the tongue with which they talked lightly is eaten away by the worms. Only that which cannot be lost in a shipwreck is yours. He who buries his head deep into a nosebag full of food cannot hope to see the invisible world. The essence of knowledge is to know what obedience and worship are. No one who possesses snow would find any hardship in exchanging it for jewels and pearls. This world is like snow exposed to sun, which continues to melt until it disappears altogether, while the next life is like a precious stone that never passes away. Happiness comes from self-knowledge, the knowledge that we have a heart or spirit that is originally perfect, but has become obscured by passions and desires. To get what you love, you must first be patient with what you hate. Dear friend, Your heart is a polished mirror. You must wipe it clean of the veil of dust that is gathered upon it, because it is destined to reflect the light of divine secrets. Do not dispute with anyone in any matter as far as possible, for in argumentation lies much harm, and its evil is greater than its benefit. The hypocrite looks for faults. The believer looks for excuses. Whoever determines the truth from people alone will remain lost in the plains of bewilderment. Rather, know the truth, and you will know its people.